Hey guys, I'm back. Yeah, I feel like I come to this YouTube channel like every month now. Like I'm in college, y'all. I don't even have my setup. Like when I was recording videos for real, I was at my dad's house and he had a camera, he had software, he had things to actually upload the video. When I'm on campus and I want to talk to people, I have to do it on my phone. It's like crazy changes, I know. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. Um, just so anyone's not thinks I'm lying. 3:36. It was backwards. Excuse me. That was very disgusting. Freshman, sophomore year is over, and I think I want to talk about myself and give advice to my viewers, if anyone's seeing this. I think my goal with these videos has always been if I can at least help one person, or if I can at least be a voice to one person, or a lesson to one person, or if anyone learns anything. It doesn't matter if it's 100 people, 1,000 people, 2 people, 3 people. If just one person hears my message and hears my advice and can actually take something from it, then I'll be eternally grateful. I don't think that I give the best advice sometimes, and I feel as if even back when I was making videos, I wasn't necessarily fulfilling the advice that I was giving to anyone watching those videos. And I do want to sincerely apologize. I think I think I'm very intellectual when it comes to certain situations. I have a lot of knowledge and I'm grateful for that knowledge in a lot of situations, but sometimes it's just so hard to enact said knowledge. But I'm working on it. So I'm gonna recap this sophomore year. I think my last video was it's okay to be sad, and I think in that video I was talking about my most recent ex, and that video, in all honesty, I feel as if wasn't the best representation of myself. It was kind of forced, and I might have given some good advice. I might have not. I don't quite remember, but I don't think that video fully portrayed myself in the best light. Because I think during that time, I was still interacting with my ex, which was a terrible idea to begin with. And I just wasn't in the right headspace. Sophomore year has been a year, I'll tell you that. Y'all know with these videos, I like to do a deep dive into my life. I make it personal, but I try not to make it too personal. And if you know me in real life, you probably already know who I'm talking about, what I'm talking about, when I'm talking about. But still, for any random person, I don't want to obviously put all my business out there and names and whatnot. So I broke up with my ex around May 10th of 2024. We didn't officially break up, but I think that was when the relationship was truly over. I had asked her a couple days prior to that day, or after that day, if we broke up right now, how would you feel? And she said, I wouldn't mind and I don't care. And I think we were both clocked out of the relationship, and so we broke up. That summer of 2024, I think I had went up to my college campus, which is an hour and a half away from where I live, about 5 times just to see her and spend time with her. And you might be asking, why did you do this? Because I love her. Loved her. I always told y'all with exes, it's one and done. Leave it in the past. But this just wasn't a relationship that I could leave in the past. And I think that I couldn't detach to a situation that was ultimately my fault. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not a perfect person. I might be intellectual, but at the end of the day, I'm still a human being with a soul. And I'm a human being that makes mistakes and has his flaws. I think that I'm going to get really deep with you guys here because I don't like to talk about my feelings in relationships. I'm a very independent person, and that comes with being secluded in my own thoughts and not letting anyone in. And it's very hard for me to do that a lot of the times. I love that girl so much. And despite all my flaws and despite all the hardships that I went through and despite every single thing that was wrong with me, she stuck with me and dealt with me and was there for me. And I think that in the position that I was in at the time, I couldn't give her my 110%. And honestly, I failed myself. And I think I tried to reach for any excuse to say, oh, it wasn't just me, it was her. But ultimately, guys, my last relationship was 100% on me. And I think that realization, when you realize that something is your fault entirely, and there's no way to make it better or to have what you had back, it really hits you hard. So I went up to my college campus, which is, again, an hour and a half away with a full-time job. I also had a full-time job at the time, but I still made time to see her. I called out of work. I swatted away friends that I've known for years, and I've seen her 5 times because I believe I was trying to make up for the things that I didn't do that I should have done when we were in a relationship. And it was honestly an attachment thing. And as you guys know, probably, maybe you don't, I'm an only child. And it's hard sometimes being an only child, not having siblings you can rely on or just someone that you share your blood with to just be there and be accessible and be kind of like a therapist to you. You can have friends, but I believe the bond is very different when it comes to close siblings like that. And I never really grew up close with a lot of my cousins at all. I have one cousin that I'm pretty close with, and I wish we were closer, and I should get closer with him, but it's hard when he lives an hour and a half away from you and you live an hour and a half away, and it puts you in such an awkward situation. With my ex, I've seen her 5 times, and that time during the summer when I got to see her, I think that was one of the most precious times of my entire life so far, and those have been the best memories I have made with her, if I'm being completely honest. But it was a time where she was detaching from me completely, and I was attaching to her completely again, to a relationship that I knew was my fault, and I had 100% screwed up myself. So we spent a lot of time in the summer together, FaceTiming practically every day. I seen her a lot. We went on dates. She snuck me into her apartment. And I think that was one of the happiest moments of my life, thinking that I was gonna get back what was once unfixable, but turns out it was really unfixable, guys. And I think coming into sophomore year at my college and seeing her move on but me be attached was one of the most painful things I've had to watch. I had to watch this girl flirt with another guy at a party. I had to watch this girl be okay without me in the picture. Her spending time with other people that wasn't me and being happy and doing things that we used to do with other people and her being happy. And I think that was the worst. That was one of the worst experiences of my life. I'm gonna be funny here for a sec. I was basically, YouTube probably won't let me say the word, but the guy in those explicit videos that's in the corner watching that all the action happen, that was basically me. Instead, there was not necessarily any action happening. It was just her being her and moving on and being with friends and having fun while I had a stick up my, if you know what I mean. And I think I hate to say this, but this actually this kept happening and happening and happening and happening until 2025 of January, where we completely cut it off and we went no contact with each other. And there was a lot of events leading up to that. There's a lot of secrets that were held that were brought into light, and there's a lot of crying. There's a lot of issues that we had to talk about. There's a lot of things where I was bringing on my problems into other people, and in all honesty, that was one of the most painful periods of my life, of my college experience. Being the sole cause of someone's suffering, being the sole cause of the awkwardness in the group, in the room, and just being an all-around, just attached loser ex. It's literally what I was, y'all. It's crazy. I was attached. I was the attached loser ex. That's like, it's crazy to say, but that's exactly what I was. And I think now, well, I'm not done with the year, so I guess I'll start with the year. 2025, I officially left her. Well, we officially branched out and we were doing our own thing. And I think at that time I was so sad, but I think this is my first piece of advice to anyone that is dealing with such a sadness, such an unbearable feeling. Never find your solution at the end of a bottle or the end of a joint. It's not healthy. I think I'm glad to say that I've never tried to find a solution at the end of a bottle or at the end of a joint, but I know a lot of people our age do, and that's not the solution. You're not gonna find your solutions at those substances. It might help lift the burden off your shoulders or the sadness off your shoulders or whatever you're holding, but it doesn't re-rack that weight. It simply just lifts it for you momentarily, and then the weight's pressed back down onto you. Never handle your problems with substance abuse. Ever. It's never a good thing. Never will be a good thing. And then in 2025, I met a lot of great people. I've joined a club and I've met so many amazing people that pushed me out of my comfort zone and allowed me to grow as a person and allowed me to push past what was me previously. I don't think if I didn't join that club, I'm going to shout them out, the Latinx Student Organization. I don't think if I joined the Latinx Student Organization, I wouldn't be where I am now, and I wouldn't be as happy and accepting and such of a stick up. Like, honestly, it's been life-changing. I think I ran 3.6K miles. That was one of the hardest things I've had to do, like, physically. It was like 9 a.m. I've met so many amazing people, so many different events, and I've found myself actually being happy for the first time without my ex for one of the very first times. And that was one of the greatest feelings of my life. And I think my second piece of advice is, like, surround yourself with like-minded people and people that genuinely care for you. I had an old friend group, and they weren't the best friend group whatsoever. I wouldn't say they, but one person pushed a narrative onto me and another guy in the group. And I think it hurts knowing that someone who you thought was your friend could push you down at your lowest and not be there for you when you've always been there for them. And I think I'm glad that I have the group that I have now, and it's so much smaller and there's no drama between us at all. And it's just so refreshing to not just have a big group of people. My friend group consists of 2 other guys, and it's been the best friend group of my life. It's been my support system. It's been the people that I can reach out to when I am in need. It's been the community that I needed to have. And I'm glad that I was able to surround myself with people that actually care about me and my feelings. So I guess my next piece of advice would be to surround yourself with like-minded people who actually care about your well-being. You don't have to text them first, and they care about you. They ask, are you okay? They'll do things above and beyond for you because you're their friend, not treat it as a burden or as a chore, but they're simply doing it out of love and respect for you. And honestly, I think that was my 2025 year. Half of it was me being stuck on my ex for the longest time, and the other half of it was accepting myself for who I am and meeting different people and having different experiences and being a hard-working person. Because I'm working 2 jobs now. Like, I honestly would have never thought that I would be working 2 jobs right now, but I thank God, Jesus Christ. Please, guys, my other piece of advice, find religion, any religion. I'm not going to sit here and preach Christianity to you, but that's what I believe. But it can be any religion, but please find a faith. I believe that faith helps you get through things that not even friends could solve or your parents could solve. Faith is ultimately something that you should lean on and a path that you should follow and a guidance to everyday activities and everyday actions. I believe if it wasn't for Jesus Christ as well as other people, I wouldn't be in the position that I am in. And I would be in a much worse headspace, or I would probably be dead, if I'm being honest, if it wasn't for Jesus Christ. And I thank my lucky stars that I have him every day, no matter how good or bad my days are. I'm thankful for my friends, and I'm thankful for my parents, and I'm thankful for the people that care about me. And I think that 2024, 2025, my sophomore year, has been such a life experience. If I'm being honest with y'all, I guess this is the part that I really wanted to kind of get to. Do I miss my ex? In all honesty, yes. Still do. I don't necessarily think it's a wrong thing. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I think I miss the moments that we have had, and I miss what should have been, what could have been, or what position I should have been in at the time. And I think that I hold a lot of regret. I regret not doing a lot of things in our relationship, and I regret not putting in 110% of my effort, and I regret a lot of things. But I think now I've learned to accept myself and accept that I'm flawed, and accept that I've had problems, and accept that what happened. And I'm glad that I've been able to do that. I think that I'll give y'all another piece of advice. If you have a girlfriend out there or a significant other, truly look at what they provide for you and what they give to you. Do they give you their soul, their mind, their energy, their physicality, their mentality, their spirituality? Are they giving you 110%? Are they giving you what you deserve? Are you treating them the way you want to be treated? I think for myself personally, this girl gave me everything. And she was there at my lowest. She was there at my highest. She gave me everything. Her mentality, her spirituality, her physicality, her loyalty. And I don't necessarily think that I gave her my all. I believe that I should have been better, and I could have been better. And if I want anyone to learn something, appreciate what you have. Truly appreciate it. Don't just take it at face value. Just look at it through a whole perspective. Truly be thankful for what you have, because one day you might lose it. You'll never be able to experience that feeling again. Well, for certain situations. For relationships, you can feel loved again. You can feel accepted. You can feel a lot of those feelings, but it's never going to be the same with any girl. And I think that I've been chasing the feeling that that girl's given me for so long that it's exhausting. It's tiring. And in all honesty, again, I miss what should have been and could have been. But it was all my fault. Unfortunately, y'all, I know I'm not perfect, right? Crazy. I can give out good advice. I can dish out great relationship advice. I can dish out great advice in general. But again, when it comes to actually going through with this advice, it's a completely different story. In all honesty, I love you guys. I love whoever, if you watch this video and you've made it this far, I love you. In all honesty. And I really hope that you succeed in life and you're successful in life. Really. And I think that's it. In all honesty, y'all. Listen, next, if I do, I'm probably gonna make another video. Not like tomorrow or anything. Maybe next week. Because again, I do work 2 jobs. It's like 4 o'clock now. I've been talking for 30 minutes, basically. And I actually have work at like 5. So like 12 hours, 8 hours of sleep. I'm fucking cooked. Oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to curse. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I think that's going to be the video. I have nothing else to say. Except I love you guys. Keep being strong. Find your community. Find your support systems. Start a journal. It's crazy because my ex told me to start a journal, and it's been one of the most influential things in my life as well. Like being able to just put my thoughts on paper and not just store it within me, store this anger and store this sadness within me and just let it implode onto others. Like, start a journal. Like, I'm being so serious. That journal also, besides God and my friends, that journal also has been such a benefactor to my success, and it's not even funny. But yeah, love you guys. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. If you miss your ex, shoot your shot. I would shoot my shot. It's too late. Pretty sure it's too late. I think it's over with. It's chopped. It's cooked, if you will, because I might be working 2 jobs, but I think I've done irreplaceable damage to the relationship, and it's like, yeah. I wish I can go back. If I went back in time, listen, y'all, I would be married. Married. All right. Good night, guys. I'm actually done. Good night. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.